Hi, I'm Jenene Crossan from Flossie and I'm down at the Spark Lab here to talk about being part of the startup scene and what it will take to get your startup to the next level. I started my businesses really young, and I think one of the advantages of getting into business at a young age is that you're able to do things where you don't worry about the risks, you don't worry about your mortgage and the kids and putting food on the table. You can actually just get in there and give something a try. I believe starting businesses at a young age is a really cool thing to do. And as a great example for me is a young boy I was mentoring recently, whose father asked me to give him some advice, and afterwards said, how do you think he's going to go? And I said, fail or succeed is actually kind of irrelevant. He's going to be able to get a huge amount of experience and learnings that he won't get in the corporate world, and that's going to put him in amazing stead for the rest of his career. Personally, I live by a motto of making it up as you go along and being really comfortable with that. And I think it's a really important aspect of being a startup founder. You've got to really be okay with the fact that you're not going to have any blueprints. You're not going to necessarily have experience around you of things that you've done before, because hopefully you're innovating in ways that's never happened. So you know what? That's okay. Make it up as you go along. The realities of being a tech founder in New Zealand, to be honest, worldwide, is that raising capital is something you're always going to have to be doing. You're just not going to stop. Unless you're self-funding this, you're going to find yourself in a position where you're continuously having to manage your reputation, manage the expectations of what you're trying to do, and broaden the network of people that you're having involved in your business. Get used to it, it's part of the journey. As your business journey continues and matures, you're going to find that the kind of money that you bring into your business from a capital perspective needs to mature as well. And that means actually looking at smart money. People who have strategic advice that they can add to what you're doing, and for me that means about making the boat go faster. Now, I've got a really strong plan. How can they help be part of that plan and executing it basically faster? I think it's really easy to fall into a trap of having to build the 3 to 5 year financial plan that investors want to see, because that's the traditional way of which they've been presented plans. What we're starting to see internationally, particularly in the United States, which is financial plans that are based on the next 18 months at most, because we know otherwise it's a bit of a dipstick. So really having a clear indication of what your runway looks like, how you're going to get to that break-even point, what is that journey for you from a strategic point of view, is way more important than spending and labouring hours over working out the P&L for 2025. One of the handiest things that you're going to have when you go out raising money is going to be your deck. Everyone's going to want to leave behind. They're going to have something that they can look through, and that needs to be incredibly concise. I definitely recommend getting advice from other people, being able to stand back from that and get really particular about the information that you provide, that it's really short, sharp and sweet. People understand what it is that you're trying to achieve, that they can understand what they can get back out of this. And just remember the key thing, people don't read, they skim read. Keep it really tight. Hi, I'm Jenene Crossan from Flossie and I'm down at the Spark Lab, and I've been talking about what it takes to take your startup to the next level. You can now get involved. Join Spark as they go on the road with some amazing speakers, and there are so many wonderful insights that you're going to be able to learn.